For this next project, we're working on a firebox. This is something that we're making in the welding shop this year. And these are some plans that the teacher drew up. And so we're going to take these, make them into a little easier to read files, and use the geometry from a 3D model to help lay out and figure out where things need to be placed for the drawing files. So a lot of this, there's some different pieces here. It's welded together. There's multiple things going on. So this is going to be a good project for introducing you to welding symbols and also for creating components inside of assembly files. Alright, so now that you know kind of what this looks like and what we're looking at, let's start to build. We'll make the firebox first, and it's 22 by 22 by 28, and this is all 1/8 inch steel. So I'm going to drag that off to my other screen so I can see it and kind of talk you through what I'm doing and why. So let's go to our part file. And we're making a 2D sketch. And remember, always start with your origin. We said this is going to be 22 inches by 22 inches. So we end up with a rectangle. So this is 1/8 inch steel, so let's offset that inside. So we want these to be the finished dimensions. Alright, so the inside of the box is going to be thinner. So 1/8 inch is 0.125. We're going to extrude just that part, and it's going to be 28 inches long. Okay, easy enough so far. We're going to put a back on this. So let's actually flip around to the back side. Right click, make a new sketch. Finish your sketch. And we're going to extrude this 0.125. We want it to go in instead of out, so flip your arrow around. It's still adding material, so that's good. Alright, now we're left with just a box. Okay, the box does have a front face on it as well. Let's finish that and extrude 0.25. We want it to be pushed in instead of out. Now this is completely hollow. Alright, on the front of this, we want to make a new sketch. It's going to have like a little flange here for the door. I can show you that on the picture as well. So this is what we're looking at now. It says it's going to be 3 inches off from the bottom, 3 inches over from the side, and that's going to be on either side. So there's our 3. There's another 3, and 3 from this side as well. I should probably zoom in to check and make sure that I'm getting the correct line to dimension to. And maybe you should as well. Let's make sure you're going to the outside line and not to anything else. Alright, and it says that the height of this is actually rather large. Oop, I saw a dimension selected. We should be able to just click and drag this rectangle up. And just going off these dimensions, it says from here to here is about 5 inches. Alright, we are going to cut that part out. So now we're removing material. Still 1/4 of an inch, that looks good. And all around this, just to make it more sturdy, we're going to add a little bit of a lip. Okay, so let's offset this to the outside. Oop, can't do that before I dimension. 0.125. Now we should be able to extrude out. And the lip, we're going to have it be about an inch. We might go back and change that later. For now, we'll make it an inch. Alright, and the way that this whole thing operates, as I should have explained that in the beginning, I said this is a firebox. So on this inside part, you have wood that you'd put in here, and you'd start a small fire. There's an envelope all the way around it. It's like a bigger box that goes around it, and the air around it heats up. This all stays contained, and it ends up that the air around this flows back out into the house or garage or whatever it may be through these little vent holes here and through these tubes that we have cut in through the front face of this. We need to figure out where to place the tubes and the holes later. We also have the vent stack. So this is cut out into the inside box, the fire box, and that'll take all the smoke and everything, all the contaminants outside, and leave just the clean air coming into the inside. So this has to go through both the envelope and through the firebox. And if we look at the next drawing, it says this is about a foot down, and it's right in the middle, and it's a 6-inch diameter. Let's make a new sketch. 6-inch diameter. There to there should be 1 foot. Ooh, that'd be 12 inches, right? Okay. And this whole thing was 22, so 11 inches over sounds good. We'll remove that part as well. So we're cutting 0.125. Okay. The last thing, no. That's it for this one. For now. So let's save this, and we will call this Firebox. So you may have to make a new folder. I already have one. And yep, for this part you can call it Firebox. Save your work.